Hello, this is Dominic Margard. I'm here to review a digital tool called GimKit. Some say that it's related to Kahoot. Very similar way to assess student knowledge, review for a test through a digital tool. Some would call it gamification. Students love playing this because they get to compete. They get to work together also when they play as teams. So basically what happens is, and I'll show you here in a second, you just set up a basic game. I'll show you this one right here. So basically you add a bunch of questions, and it does kind of lock you into only multiple choice, but if you really want to find out if students knew certain information about a lesson you just taught, this is the review tool I think you should use. Because what happens is after the game's over, it gives you a real live report that I'll show you in a second. So basically, you set up the game like this. You have all your questions. The right answer goes to the top. Because then when you hit play, the students enter a code into their phone, their tablet, their computer, whatever they have. So you set it up like this. You have classic, you have team mode. You can set it up as time, race, give them starting cash, handicap. There are so many different things that students can do as they're gaining money for the correct answers. And every time they get an incorrect answer, they lose money. And then there's power-ups, bonuses. They can freeze their opponent. So it really is a fun time anytime we play this game. So after you are ready to go, you hit continue, and the students enter the code just like that. And as you start the game, we can't right now, but the questions would just keep rolling, and students would keep answering the questions, hopefully right, and gather money, be able to buy different things with that, and then lose money when they get questions wrong. So that would happen, for as long as you want it. So after that point, when the game's over, you say to yourself, all right, how did they do? They are able to answer the questions a number of times, which is good. This can also be used as a formative assessment tool, where after a lesson during the day, you could just hop on here and answer 2 or 3 questions and see what they learned that day, not so much as a summative assessment review tool, which is mainly how I use it. So after you play a game, you let me come back here for a second. So you would just go to this 3 dots right here and click reports. So that would take you to this screen right here, and this is really the benefit of using GimKit. So it tells me exact real life data, tells me the accuracy that students answered the questions with. Obviously, right after I saw this, I said, okay, maybe we have to go back to some of the tougher questions. So as you look at the question breakdown, it shows you how many correct answers, incorrect, and the goal is to have a good positive net. But as you'll see, there are some questions down here that they had trouble with. So -4. They only answered a question correct 2 times and incorrect 6 times. So you see some negatives here. And right after this review tool, I've retaught some of these concepts here to catch them up on the learning. So that, like I said, is the best benefit of this tool. One more thing too, it gives you individual reports for each student. So you'll see students doing better, than some others. Okay. So I'll try and go quick, go past their names. And basically that's just that's GimKit, the report that you get after you're done. So we'll got this connected there. As for some other, and lastly, just organizing my thoughts here and some other benefits of GimKit. So you can assess student data in real time with real live data, and it could be very efficient, very engaging for students. You can review for major tests. You can also use gamification And I know students love that. They love the competition aspect of it. And then the team building. When they play as a team, it's pretty cool also just to see how they interact and work together and how to use their money. Students can also access with minimal technology with their phones or tablets, and then they can also access it at home as a classroom assignment, almost like as a homework assignment. So I have never used it that way, but it is an option. And then just looking at some of the questions, I wanted to focus on. Um, can be used as a formative assessment tool or summative assessment tool. I would not use it to administer a test, but you can certainly use it for a review. And like I said, kids love it. They're always asking to play this game when preparing for a big test. It's competitive. They love the working together. It's a fun experience. So I definitely have seen an impact on student learning after using this tool. Generally, test scores have been better after using this tool and my experience. As for the objectives, again, on the top of class, I would say, all right, today we are demonstrating our knowledge of chapter 4. That would be our objective of the day. So that's sort of my goal every day is to demonstrate their knowledge, check for understanding, and see where they're not, picking something up. So again, that's my review of GimKit. Again, if you want to check it out, it does cost, some money, but you do have a free version where you can do 3 kits at one time. But the free version, you pay, I would say, $30 for the year, and you can see I have a number of them that I've been using, for the last year or two. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, let me know.